Welcome back to my channel, Kitten Up Kitten. I'm Sam, and today it is WOW, which stands for Whip on Wednesday, and I am working on this beautiful canvas from Ravyn Phelan. It is called Empower. You won't be able to see too well because I've got some of these stickers on the sheets that I've got, but the colours are beautiful. Got this gorgeous tip of this wing, which I absolutely adore. This is the canvas I bought just after my dad passed away, so it is one that has got a lot of sentimental value, and I am loving working on this. So before we get into the ins and outs of what I'm doing and what I am using, please take a look at this quick video. Just a quick word while you're here, you can help my channel immensely by clicking like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and just share it with other people. There are links in the description box for things like Diamond Art Club, because I'm an affiliate, Facebook group if you want to do DIY DP. There is a link for my Etsy shop if you would like trays, 3D printed pens. I also do diamond painting trackers now that you can purchase, and cross stitch paper that is designed for you to convert your own cross stitch to a diamond painting. All of these things help me, but the biggest help is just to like and subscribe and comment on the videos. It's as simple as that. Thank you for that. We'll get back to the video. Okay, so now you're back. So what am I using today? Very simple. Pink XL cook tray. I am using one of the soft grip pens. I have had some issues this week with my wrist on this hand. I guess it's probably arthritis, so I need to get another copper bracelet, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, because it's been a little bit painful, even though these are incredibly light pens, I do use metal tips, which adds a little bit of weight, and it's just a little bit too much. So I've been using the soft grip pen. It has got a 10 placer on it, and it's working very well, which is good. I hope that you're all okay, that you're all back to normal after Christmas and New Year. Let's go with I'm just going to get this letter 9, number 9. Still technically a letter, do you know what I mean? Anyway, yeah, it has been incredibly cold. It was forecast that we were going to get a huge dumping of snow, but as always, we are below sea level where I live. So it's very rare for us to get any decent snow. However, we've had a little flurry this morning, not enough to do anything with, and let's face it, unless it's bad enough that I can't get to work, it's not bad enough. Simple as that. But I did have an upshot. I said, I think in my last video, that it was so cold down here that I was having to just film the videos quickly and then go straight in. Really nice surprise yesterday, because I went to work. I then went to visit, oh my, I've just pinged all of them off, like literally every single one. Where did you go? Where did you go, my lovely? Sorry. So I went to go and visit, so I need to replace those 2 there, which I will do once I've got these in. Went to see my friend, so by the time I managed to get home, it was almost 20, yeah, it was probably about 20 to 5, and then I had another friend come over to have eyebrows done, so I got her done, and before I know it, you know, the evening's gone. So had a very busy day, but actually finishes at midday on a Friday. And I came down to the cabin to pick up the wax. I have all of my waxing stuff in a box, so that I can just pull it out and set it up when I need it, which isn't too often. So yeah, I came down here to put that in, and as I came down the path I realised that I could hear a noise. So if you can hear the background noise, it is actually a diesel heater, as she put it in and got it all set up for me yesterday. So it does mean that I have a constant stream of heating that is not costing us a massive fortune in electric, and it basically runs until the area hits a certain temperature, and then just like your normal thermostat, it cuts out until it drops again. It has made such a difference, it really has. I will say today is incredibly cold. I noticed that when I came out this morning, but it means that I can spend more time in here, which for Ashley is a bad thing because it means he won't see me, but for me and for you it means that I can comfortably do all of the filming. It means that I'm not just coming out for an hour to do the filming and then going back in and working indoors. My tape does not want to play ball. Although let's face it, having a canvas in the house has been amazing. So like yesterday I didn't actually, that really does not want to go in there. Yesterday I didn't actually start my proper job until 11, so I didn't leave here until, there's one of them. If I find the other one, I'm putting it straight. I've literally just done that, and then I've just gone and picked up, because I haven't rolled it, I've just gone and picked a drill up and scooted one out of place on there. I've got a couple actually, I might have to roll this. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was able to diamond paint in the house in the morning before I went to work, which was nice because I just sit at the kitchen table, and I do have my little trolley in there now, so yeah, it is quite nice. So I thought I would come out here today and give it a good old do. I've got a couple of videos to do this weekend. That is the plan, that is normal for me. But it's even nicer when it's warm enough that I can actually come down here and get sorted. In other news, my Henry Hoover, my brand new Henry Hoover is turning up today, which I have bought to aid me with the cleaning job when I'm ready to go. I have also had a huge amount of, I ordered a hell of a bunch of cloths. I ordered some bottles for cleaner to go into. They're colour coded bottles to make it easier. So they are currently in here as well. So we're getting a swidge on, we're getting a move on. So that's kind of exciting, and you know, it's quite nice being able to talk to Kat and saying, you know, you need to be doing the leaflets. We can potentially set up a Facebook page, maybe a page or a group, I don't know which will be easier, but that's something she can do. Like literally my tape is not working. Oh, it's too sticky and it won't let go. So yeah, we've got all that going on. It'll be quite nice because Kat, bless her, she is running out of money. You know, she had a decent amount put away for when she finished school. So she got that when she was 18. It has lasted her nearly 2 years because, let's face it, she spends an awful lot of money on medication. So that is a priority at the minute. So it does mean I'm not getting any bloody board from her. So yeah, we'll get her working and get her some money coming in, hopefully without it taking too long. But it is looking like my first week as a lone worker, I'm probably not going to have a lot of work on, which just means that I've got to get out there and get the work in. I can do that. That's fine. We can do that. So yeah, I think that is it for personal stuff. I don't think there's anything else. Shout out to my super fans. One of the perks that they get, I haven't got them all sorted yet, but one of the perks is that they get early access to all the videos. So those people that are super fans, they don't have to sit through the ads when the video first goes up. I then make it monetized before it transfers over into general public. So if I'm busy at a weekend, I don't sit there and go, oh, I'm going to do that one for that one. I already have that headache with the other videos. I literally just put them up and they can choose which one they look at first. So a big thank you to them for continuing to help build the business. And I do need to say, you know, yes, I have got the Etsy shop, but I don't do a lot of traffic on there. You know, there isn't an awful lot, especially in the last sort of few months. It has been very, very quiet. My focus is YouTube. You know, that is where I'm putting it, because that is where I'm going to be able to earn the money long term. So, and yes, before anyone says, I know, you know, it shouldn't be all about the money, and it certainly isn't, but it does help, especially when you're self-employed. So I will take what I can get. I also have my very first tarot reading booked in for someone, which is fantastic. You know, it's like, I'm not going to waste any skill that I have at all. You know, I am going to work from that, because ultimately it's going to get me through my retirement. So yeah, looking forward to that. And again, that will build word of mouth. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Okay, right, so I am gonna get the tablet out so I can do all of your comments and questions that have come in this year. Now, if you are new, number one, welcome. Number two, I have a very clear system. So when you comment on videos, I will usually like the comment when I see that it's gone up, so you know that I've seen it. If you then get a love heart, it is because I have read your comment out on a video, and you can expect to see it on the next whip. Because my schedule is, Monday is a prep video of some sort, so it will be kitting up, kitting down, spare drill storage, anything to do with prepping. So it could be that I'm prepping sheets for my heaven and earth, Wednesdays is always a whip. So WOW stands for whip on Wednesday, and basically that's when I read out comments, questions, etc. And of course Friday is DIY DP weekly, until we get to May and November, at which case the whole month is to do with the DIY DP event. So just so you know that. So I will give you a love heart once that has been answered. If it's urgent, I will answer it straight away, okay, as soon as I see it. So first of all, I need to say a very big happy new year both to Katia. Carp DM does diamond painting. She says happy new year, Sam. Thank you very much, Katia, although I've said it to you in real time, but I'm going to answer it anyway because I'm like that. Now, it might be a little bit slow because I haven't got the great signal out here. And I'm trying to drink my coffee at the same time, which is borderline cold. Lucky me, however, because I do have a kettle down here, so I can make a fresh one, so that's all good. Sabine, also happy new year. Thank you very much, Sabine. Happy new year to you too. We have emojis from Sarah Hardy on 2 videos, so thank you. And then I'm gonna go, because she's done it on 3 actually, so let's give her thumbs up and a love for that as well. So let's go back and just see what we've got. prep video, kitting down, kitting up, and just general confusion. This is a video that went out to, just bear with me 1 second. This went out to superfans first, so you may not see comments from that. I don't know how it works, so I might be wrong. But she says, great painting, don't ever stop the randomness. I mean, I couldn't, it's just me, it's part of my nature, do you know what I mean? I am very random person. Why does this not want to stick today? I'm not having a trouble with the single placer. Let me dab it a bit, see if we can get a little bit of dirt on there to give me a better chance. That seems to be better. I did, you will be seeing more of the little kitting ups and kitting downs because I'm always getting little patterns for those, so they're nice and quick to kit up. I obviously need plenty because, as I've said before, I'm going to be using mine to make greeting cards with, you know, nothing amazing, just simple cards to use up the spare drills. So you will be seeing plenty of those, but I don't think I could ever be anything other than random, to be fair. I'm picking drills up as I go. We then have a comment from the lovely Villica. Now this is on last week's whip, and I've not liked any of these comments. I do apologise, guys. I do see them, I promise. Villica I haven't heard from for a little while. She's always been, you know, one of those people that's been a constant source of support. So it's good to see you back, Villica, but I do know that last year you had a really shitty bloody year, didn't you? Everything went up and down. So she says, dearest Sam, so sorry for not commenting and reacting to your lovely videos. It was such a crazy time. So number one, never apologise, okay? Never. There is no pressure on anyone at any point to like, comment, share or anything. That is not what this is about, all right? You do it as you need to. Life happens, as we all well know. So, you know, don't ever apologise for that. I don't sit there going, oh my God, I haven't heard from that person for ages, I hate them. It doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? I know all too well how quickly life can turn. Literally on the head of a pin. She also says, I got a new job and Michaela, my girl, started at a Dutch university studying health science. She gave me 2 boxes of mini dazzles for Christmas, and while doing these I'm viewing your video and listening to you. Oh, I do like the mini dazzles, but I wouldn't do anything with them, that's the problem. But lucky you. And at least you can literally just whip them out and do one at a time, can't you? They're quite quick. So yeah, I'm glad that you've got sorted. You've got a new job. I hope that it's given you a little bit more freedom. I know before that you were saying, I'm sure you were saying that it could be a little bit stressful in the job you were in. So hopefully, just like me, you've made a move for some peace and quiet. She says, thank you for the lovely content and a very happy new year to you and your loved ones. Hereby my warmest virtual hugs. Lots of love from the Netherlands, Villica. Thank you so much, my lovely. You know, it's good to have you back. Your comments always cheer me up. So thank you very much. We also have a comment from Katia at Carp GM Does Diamond Painting. She says, I was screaming, no, wrong way round for the envelope thingy. So she's on about, she's on about this. Right, so it doesn't matter. If you do it that way, it could potentially fall out that way. If you do it round the other way, it could still potentially fall out that way. So it doesn't really make a difference. However, the sticker doesn't seem to be falling out. So if necessary, I'll just put a little bit of tape over the envelope thing. I still love them. I still love the envelope things. I just think they look so cute, and it just brings the whole kitting up thing together. And of course, as I've said, I will be using the treasure quest cards for that reason, for that thing. How have I managed to lose one of those? I don't know. I'm going to put one of them in there. Doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. Yeah, when I kit up, I like everything to look uniform, is probably the best word. I'm all about uniform. So if I've got my kits stashed one way, they've all got to go that way. If I've got them labelled up a certain way, they've all got to go that way. And that even means that when I'm doing like Elizabeth Ward, although it can be difficult because you do have different amounts, I can't always get it exact, but as close as I can, I want all those pots in DMC order. And the only difference is in the drill storage, in the bottle storage, I go across this way, but when I get kit up in the Elizabeth Ward, I go that way. I don't know why. There's no reason for it. I just do. It's just what I do. So I am very much about uniformity. So I like having the sticker or the treasure quest card on the front because it holds the information that I need. So that even if I can't see the measurements on the canvas, because I'm working at the top here and it's down at the bottom, I can get it from the card or the sticker. And I like that. So yeah, it's all good. It's fine. I'm also going to give her a love for another comment that she put in, but I think I already read that comment out, so thank you. Right, so where are we now? I'm just trying to figure out where I'm up to. Okay, so this is on a video that you guys haven't seen yet. Katia says, great video. I had to choose which member's first video I should watch first, this one or Empower, and yep, a kitting up one. How right, so we'll deal with that first. I did kit up a canvas that is coming in the very near future. This is where the comments get, you know, when you do this is where they get a bit strange. So please excuse the sound. Not only is the heater on, but I've got the kettle boiling now as well. So yes, as I was saying, sometimes, you know, that particular day I managed to film two videos in quick succession. So rather than faffing about, when I put them up, I just make them visible for members first, and then I then schedule it to go up for the general public. So that's why we get the discrepancy. I'm doing that. Yes. So we'll do these ones at the top first. So that's why you get the difference. She also says, one second, I'm just putting a drill back. She also says, how did she take your resignation? So I'm not going to go into massive detail on here. Number one, this is a public place, and I kind of feel like those things shouldn't really be discussed in a public forum. But needless to say, it went about as well as I expected, but the upshot is it has been accepted. I do have an end date, and that is it. My last day working for the company will be on the 30th of January, and then yeah, straight into working for myself. So I do envision that the first little while will be, you know, a bit tough. It does mean that for a short period of time, everything that I make will be going directly back into the bank because obviously I need to cover that lost wage. So please, if you are supporting me in any way, know that you are literally supporting me building my business. So whether it is through YouTube, through watching the videos, whether it is, I don't know if Buy Me a Coffee's still on there actually, I can't remember if I took it off or not. But you know, if you're buying from the Etsy shop, if you're someone that comes and has your nails done, you are all helping. It will all go towards getting me afloat for the first few months, which is why I decided to do it at the beginning of the year. Because if I do this video now and then I do another video at the end of the year, we can see how well I did. Time will tell, and it is always bloody scary starting something new, especially when it means you haven't got a guaranteed backup, and I don't. The only way I am going to be able to pay my portion of the bills and my personal stuff is if I earn it. So yeah, bit scary, isn't it? Believe me, I don't expect YouTube to be helping me massively. It doesn't, we're not at that point yet, but it does help a lot. So don't forget that. It also does mean that I may not be buying any canvases for a little while. I will probably, you know, for my birthday and stuff, ask Ashley to maybe get me a canvas instead. So yeah, pulling it in the belt for a small amount of time. And I know you guys, you're so bloody good. You always have been very, very supportive in everything that I've done. And I do appreciate that. So don't ever think that you're not helping, because you are. And if you want to continue helping, it is as simple as watching my videos, giving them a like and leaving a comment. Those are the 3 things that you can do without costing me a penny, or well, costing you a penny, sorry. This really does not want to go. All of those 3 things are free to do and mean the most. Just keep watching, like the video, leave a comment. Simples, isn't it? Right, I'm just gonna go and make my coffee. I'm also just keeping an eye on my battery as well, because I have stupidly come down here this morning with both the tablet and the phone not really charged. I had a W then, the wrong way around. So I'm charging the phone as I'm filming, and I'm hoping that the tablet doesn't die before I get through the comments. So yes, moving on, you know, don't doubt that you are a big, big part of my working life. So this one is on prep on finishing Star Wars, prepping for hanging. I will say that I do think that we are going to be putting a couple of hooks up, and we're just going to rest the wood on the hooks to hold it there instead of the macrame hanging. It wasn't particularly brilliant. I've never done anything like that before. But when it was hung up, it didn't look quite as nicely finished as I'd hoped for. So I'm trying to convince him to do that instead, which would just make it easy. You could just flip the hook on and off. So yeah, that's going to be changed. But Catherine Mola, hi Catherine, she says, my mum used to own a macrame shop. She named the Half Hitch. Oh, I wish she was still going. I don't know what a half hitch is. But you know, it was an idea. It's a different way, I guess, of hanging them, and you don't have to be spending a fortune on frames. I mean, I have got Tree of Life behind me. It is hanging off a coat hanger over a nail in the cabin. I cut around all of the edges, and I literally had it stuck to the wall with nano tape like a poster, and it worked perfectly well. So you don't always have to spend a fortune. Of course, it's nice if you've got a particularly nice one and you want to, you know, show it off. My option now would actually be the tapestry rod option that I did with the curtain pole. I absolutely loved that, and I love the fact that I can change that image out. So yeah, there are other options. But thank you for taking the time to comment. Villica again, she said, love it. Thanks for the tip. Love from the Netherlands. And also from Sarah Hardy, again, with her emojis. I hope that you're doing okay, Sarah, or as well as you can be. But yeah, it was just another option. And I kind of quite like that. I kind of like the way that... I kind of like the way that there are multiple ways that you can do these things, and it's multi-generational. Oh, that's the heating cutting off, if you heard that. It's multi-generational. So like my mum would probably go down the route of either a tapestry hanging or a picture frame. Kat would go for a poster. You know, you can make it fit the person that you're giving it to. So I kind of feel like, you know, Diamond Art Club, you do these things, and of course you want to be able to give them away to people because you can't put all of them up. As we know, I don't have a big enough house. But there you go. We then have a comment on last week's whip. Villica says, you're such a courageous woman. I'm really not. I don't think I'm courageous. I just think that sometimes I'm willing to take a risk. And believe me, it is risky. However, you know, there's always people looking for cleaners. It's one of those things, again, word of mouth. Sometimes you've just got to bite the bullet. And you know what? If you're doing something and you're relying on that income, because I don't want anyone to think that I am sitting pretty, just, you know, doing my hobby for fun because my bills are paid by my husband. That is not the case at all. I actually put a good amount of my wages each month into the billing account, and very often it falls on me to get things like food shopping, etc., all those extra bits. And currently Kat isn't paying board because she's running out of money and she needs her money for her medication. So we are not well off. All right, I need to work. So sometimes that's the best incentive, because yes, I will probably have to work Mondays and Fridays for a bit. Yes, I will probably have to do more jobs than I actually wanted to do. But actually, I can do half of the jobs that I was doing, that I'm currently doing, and still earn the same amount of money. Simple as that. So the payoff, the risk is worthwhile, because long term it will mean that I'm actually working less. And having Kat with me also means that we can double up on jobs, and it also means that she can be doing the harder stuff like the hoovering, etc. So that's going to make it easy for me. And you know what, I'm building something with my daughter, something that she may hate, in which case I will just keep building it for me until I can't do it anymore, or she may love it, in which case she can turn it into a business that she can run. So either or. Ultimately though, my goal will be to work 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that me and Ashley can spend more time together, because we can go away on a Friday. Oh, this tape really does not want to. I'm just going to dab it on my sleeve. Really does not want to let go. Because yes, we want to be going away in the caravan. He finishes at 12 on a Friday. So it gives us that scope then for him to finish work, go and pick the caravan up, and we can just take off. And then if he wants to come back on the Monday instead, he can always book a day off. So yeah, we'll do that. Because, you know, we're at that age now. We're at that age we want to be able to do that. We need to slow down. So it is a risk, but I'm not courageous. I've always just been one of those people. I enjoy working. I like making my own way. And clearly, like all of these jobs that I've had in the last 5, 6 years. They can't all be awful. So obviously it's me. Obviously, I just don't do well working for other people. All right. I'm just too set in my ways, I guess. So the blame isn't all on them. It's on me. I just haven't found my thing. And I thought I had, you know, pre-COVID, I was doing nails perfectly happily. COVID changed all that. And of course now my hands mean that I can't. The eagle-eyed ones of you will notice that I actually broke my thumbnail. I'll fix it tomorrow. It's fine. I'll fix it tomorrow. Was that one? Oh, it was one. It was an N. She also says, best of luck on starting your own business with Kat. Love from the Netherlands. Thank you very much. I will take that because, of course, positive affirmations always help. And I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, we're not going to be earning enough for both of us to take a wage to start with. So Kat is very aware of that. So the sooner we can build it enough that she is also earning a wage, the better. But predominantly our focus in this first few weeks especially is just to cover what I need to be paying in bill wise. And we'll go from there. So that is it for comments. I have some lovely emojis from Sarah Hardy from a few hours ago. I also have a laughing face emoji from Carp DM Does Diamond Painting. That is on the DIY DP Weekly video. So I'm guessing it's because I said about the bottom strip. Do you know what I mean? I like to keep everyone guessing, Kat. Simple as that. And you will notice that I do tend to say Katia and not Cat, and that's because I'll get her confused with my cat. So, yeah, that's what I do. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for joining me for this wonderful Whip on Wednesday. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fabulous week. I will be back on Friday with DIY DP Weekly. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten.